I land near a classroom that seems to be half underground. I look through one of the windows. The interior is odd. It looks like it's a music room. The window's closed, but it's still just a glass window. If there were, if there were a real school, I'd hesitate to do this. But hey, this is a fake world. I rear back and put my fist through the window.
Whoa! What the? Who are you?
There's another visitor inside the room. There's a well-built young man in a school uniform.
You're that guy from the video.
Did you just come falling from up there? What's going on? Answer me!
I remember now. You're the blood-curdling beefsteak emperor.
It's beefcake, but oh well.
Hell no, come on! Did you even try to remember my name?
So that P1 Grand Prix thing has already started.
I recall the rule that those who encounter each other must fight each other. The general said that only the winner can proceed. The general said that only winner can proceed. And I decided to see if those rules are still in effect and reached towards the exit of the music room. I feel the same wall barring my path as I felt earlier. The same goes for the window I came from. It's irritating that I'll have to follow the rules and fight. But since the walls can't be easily destroyed, I've got no choice. I don't know what kind of circumstances this kanji guy's faced with, but if we're gonna fight, we might as well do it right.
Take off your clothes.
Oh, that caught me off guard. Okay.
What the hell? How can you ask that straight out?
What's wrong with what I said? Won't it be hard to maneuver wearing that?
Maneuver?
Why is he getting all flustered? His face is red. Maybe he's just not feeling
What are you
well?
all flustered for? I'm talking about your jacket. If you don't wear it right, it'll get in your way during the fight.
Oh, my jacket? You just said that to begin with? There's no real meaning behind this. It's like just the way I wear it.
It's plain weird.
Says the guy who's half naked except for a cape.
Seriously, you're ridiculous! It's bad manners to jump out a window like that.
The general makes a disgusted face and seems pretty upset about me mucking up his
Fair to
plans.
say, I've never been big on manners. Too bad things didn't go your way.
We'll see if you can keep that attitude up for long. You must fight whoever you're paired with. Now get started!
I understand that, but I can't attack someone who doesn't have the urge to fight. Turn towards Kanji to spur him on. His expression is completely different than it was before. His redness in his cheeks is gone. There's a fire in his eyes that almost seems murderous. Heh, looks like there was no need for me to worry after all.
You keep saying the weirdest crap. Looks like I'll have to make you leave. Let's get this started, Capey!
What, now you're interested? All right, come and get me.
Not really strong anyway. Just a fake. Nothing worthy about it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Shut up! I'd ask yourself that. Here goes. Ruh!
Alright, it's time for the battle of the century. The battle between both of the Emperor Arcanas, Akihiko and Kanji. Let's go. So, I'm gonna make this as anticlimactic as possible. Come here, Kanji. That's right, come here. Go into the giant spinning whirl. Earth. Yes. Take a deep breath next to the collapsed kanji to lower my heart rate and wind down from the battle. Then I calmly re-examine my surroundings. During the battle, I had noticed that the spectating students had changed into something completely different. They're not humans. They're silhouettes shaped like people or something. I don't know why they're showing their true form now, but that's fine. If they're not human, then there's no need to worry about them. I'll just leave them be. And if they happen to turn hostile, I can easily crush lifeless creatures like that. Kanji regains consciousness. He's recovered more quickly than I was expecting. Okay, yeah, never mind. I was gonna go into something, but I forgot completely.
It's amazing. So this is what you meant by going at it with nothing to hide.
When did I say that?
You're one passionate guy. Guess you're no ordinary pervert.
Oh, since when am I a pervert?
Kanji flashes a bright smile that's different from the one he displayed before the fight. Anger and hatred have fled his body entirely. Now that the fight is over, it seems like he's got spirits.
Ow! Man, for a dream, this sure hurts. Huh? That's weird. Look at a dude I've never met before is here in my dream.
A dream? What are you talking about? Aren't we inside the TV world?
Huh?
The TV world. If you can dream with your eyes open, I'm pretty impressed.
What? You're inside the TV? I seriously thought this was all a dream!
It doesn't seem like Kanji's acting. He honestly seems to think that this entire thing was all a dream. I thought that the people in that promo video were related to the general. Maybe everyone here was actually dragged into this by force. No, or maybe Kanji was just an idiot and fell into his TV on accident. If so, I can't abandon the others who were in that video either.
Hey, do you have any idea who the other people in that video were?
They were pretty much all my friends, but... Oh, crap.
Kanji clutches his head as something occurs to him. This seems quite serious.
I thought this was a dream, so I kinda sorta beat the snot out of a couple of them.
Well, if they lost to someone who was half asleep, they'll just have to suck it up.
You think so? Things are just that black and white to you, huh?
Seriously? I thought it was going to be some important information. This Kanji guy has been yanked out of his normal life into this weird situation, yet he seems oddly blaze about it.
If this isn't a dream, then Ted and Rise are really hosting it?
General Teddy. The other Teddy said that he was a fake.
A fake? You're kidding me! How'd he make such a perfect copy of the bear suit?
That's the part you're hung up on?
Yeah. They're hardly twisted bastards who enjoy watching friends crush each other.
You seem pretty sure of your friends.
Man, the things I went through with those guys. And here I thought you were a pervert who wasn't listening to a word I said. Guess I had you figured wrong.
Looks like this guy's having a tough enough time to just changing the way he thinks about me. Maybe he's just an idiot. Dang! Thor's expression changes to that honest and relieved look when he's talking about his friends. Seems that he has friends that he can really trust. If we'd met under less dangerous circumstances, I wouldn't mind sitting around and chatting with him for a bit. But I have a duty to attend to right now.
By the way, have you heard the name Labris anywhere? She's supposed to be somewhere in here.
Huh? Lab rat? What?
I see. No, if you don't know, don't worry about it.
And with that, I leave Kanji and begin walking towards the door. Kanji calls out and stops
Wait
me.
a second. You haven't told me anything about you. Who are you? What did you come inside the TV for?
There's no point in explaining.
What?
Kanji attempted to stop me, but he changes his mind. His expression tells me that he's not satisfied with this outcome, but he swallows his frustration and takes a seat on the ground. Since he's fought against a number of people already, he must understand that he can't proceed on because he lost. Kanji looks directly into my eyes and speaks up.
Well, I was the loser here, so I can't complain. This isn't a dream, and my friends are in trouble.
That's all you need to say. I answer with a smile.
I know. I won't let anything happen to him.
The way you fought says it all. You can't throw punches like that without a shitload of training. I feel your determination behind every one.
Yeah, the same's true for you. Good work.
Phrases exchanged after trying to beat each other senseless. We have a moment that only those who have just brawled against each other can share. Kanji skills are exceptional for a high school student. When I was in the boxing club, there were only a handful of guys who could stand to trade blows with me, like he just did. Considering that he's this good with self-taught fighting skills, there's no question that he's become an unparalleled fighter if he had proper training.
You should be careful. Friends are hella strong, you know? If you're not careful, you'll be eating pavement.
Is that supposed to be a genuine warning for me? Or was that a boast about how great his friends are? Either way, I can understand the feeling behind his words, so I smile back at him.
I don't know about that. My fists can't be stopped that easily.
There's nothing more I need to say to Kanji. I turn and begin running down the hallway. Sometime after parting ways with Kanji,
Pointless.
I'm still wandering aimlessly through the school building. I have no idea if the path I'm taking right now is correct or not, because the invisible walls keep getting in my way. I spot another window and reach towards it.
Guess they fixed that little loophole.
It didn't take them very long to put invisible walls over the windows. Just as I put my hand back, the PA system blares.
No more breaking the rules. Seriously, why can't some people follow simple directions?
You act like I ever intended on following your rules.
The fact that they've gone to the trouble to correct their oversights means that limiting our movements must be very important to them. They don't want us to escape. So that probably means that there's something waiting up ahead that they've placed here for me. Follow the path dictated by the invisible walls until I reach their classroom. Is this where they want me to go? Oh crud, this is coming.
Akihiko.
Oh.
You're all right.
Oh wait, Mitsuru. Oh, right. We already had the thing with Naoto and Naoto's story, my bad.
And again, seeing you isn't necessarily cause for celebration. If we're both here in one place, that means...
Yeah, looks like it.
Who I found inside the classroom was none other than Mitsuru. Normally running into her would be a great relief since it would give me a capable ally. But since the stupid P1 Grand Prix rules are in effect, that isn't the case here.
You're my next opponent.
This is exactly what the enemy wanted.
And Mitsuru makes this bitter declaration. The monitor inside the classroom turns on. I already knew who I'd be seeing. It's the general.
Ta-da! Well, this is about to get real interesting. An unwanted battle between friends. I hope you two enjoy it to the fullest.
Is that supposed to upset us? Can you believe this guy, Mitsuru?
This certainly is an unwanted battle between friends. I have no intentions of fighting against Mitsuru, but we both understand what needs to be done in order to accomplish the mission. There's no way we would allow a little something like this to shake our resolve. But oddly, when I back towards Mitsuru, I can see her looking at me with pity.
I'm sorry, Akihiko. I believe I may have driven you into a corner.
Huh? What do you mean?
I should have realized much sooner. It's not strength you truly desire. What you really want is to forget your fear of losing others. That's why you throw yourself so fervently into your training. It's a twisted form of escape. At the very least, you can allow me to put an end to such things.
Forget my fears of losing others? Huh. As Mitsuru well knows, I've lost countless things until now. And that anxiety that I buried somewhere in my heart may strike at me any moment. But the Mitsuru I know wouldn't bring up something like that at a time like this. It'd be obvious to any friend of Mitsuru. There's something going on here.
Teddy and Kanji also started getting personal before the fight. Is this some kind of trick?
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Sounds to me like she means it.
I don't know what you're up to here, but you're gonna have to try harder. It's fine, though. I'll just take this chance to enjoy some serious sparring.
Those who encounter one another must fight. Only the victor may proceed. Since this rule still stands, we've got to fight. It removed any choice we've had. I turn to face Mitsuru once again.
There were a bunch of people I wanted to fight once I got back to Japan, to test my skills. And you were at the top of the list, Mitsuru. Didn't think I'd get a chance so soon, though.
Mitsuru takes her stance without saying a word. The tension of battle sends a tingle through all the muscles in my body.
Here goes, Akihiko.
Come and get me, Mitsuru!
Alright, now it's time to fight Mitsuru. Yee.
Final.
Alright, bring it on, Mitsuru. I'm ready for you. And by that, I didn't mean to use her. I didn't mean to use Akihiko's counter, but oh well, that works. Got her. And get into the Giant of Earth portal thing, Mitsuru. Thank you. Why is this amazing? The battle is over. I glance down at Mitsuru. She keeps her firm expression and opens her mouth.
I yield. Your skills have improved tremendously, Akihiko.
Yours too. I was really worried there that you might execute me.
Mitsuru gives me a smirk. That's a Mitsuru I know. So her odd behavior prior to the fight was all the general's work. I wonder.
Mitsuru, what did I say to you before the fight?
Huh? Why do you ask? As I recall, you said some unkind things about my late father.
I knew it. Of course, I have no memories of saying such things because I didn't say them. The general's probably got some trick that warps the opponent's reality, so that good friends will hate each other. Maybe it was all an illusion. I don't understand how it all works. There's one thing that I'm absolutely certain of. Mitsuru and I turn towards the monitor and smugly smile at the general. His little gimmick was completely useless. General Teddy could hardly contain his hatred as he responds.
How can you fight without holding back like that? People hesitate more when they face their friends. They break down. They suffer. So how come you aren't suffering? Why? I don't understand.
I'm not surprised. Anyone who needs to trick people to get his way wouldn't understand. Our bonds aren't that flimsy.
After the general glowers at us, the communication cuts off. Suffer, huh? The general is going on about making us suffer earlier. Is that why he has us fighting here, to make us suffer? But then why would he steal Labrys?
Akihiko, let's compare notes. I want to confirm our situation.
Right. Although I don't have much for you.
Gave her a summary of everything I figured out up to this point. As Mitsuru's persona has a search ability, I'm sure she's been able to gather much more information than I have. She seems to already know everything that I discovered, so Mitsuru then fills me in on what she's learned. Agus is safe, though neither of us encountered her. All the high school students in the commercials seem to be persona users, and the general seems to be gathering persona users into this world. Unfortunately, neither of us knows what his intentions are. But more importantly, where's Labrys?
Did you find Labrys?
Igus seems to have made contact with her. She seems to be calling herself the student council president of the school. In fact, she's going so far as to play the part.
Play the part?
She seems to be unaware that she entered a TV. It's possible that someone forced her in here, but that doesn't explain why she's acting out a role in school life.
I have no idea what that could be about right now, but this place is a school, but still just a copy of a school in another world. What kind of school life could possibly be here?
One more thing. I heard a strange voice. I'm not certain, but it's most likely Labrys. Either her inner thoughts or her memories. It was a voice of deep sorrow, suffering, sadness. It was so vivid I wanted to cover my ears.
Sumru cast down her eyes as if relieving the pain. A great portion of Ergo Research's data was lost because of the actions of her former researcher. She was the mastermind behind the events 3 years ago. All of this must be mortifying for Mitsuru. That man is the reason why her family was taken
If
from
that
her.
was truly Labrys, then she's practically human. She may not be that far behind Igus in terms of mimesis.
Sure, Igus's sister unit would have a mind. But does that mean the older version is more advanced?
Doesn't seem likely, but I can't say for certain. Still, I'm only speculating. But I feel like her deeply negative emotions are connected to this tournament.
Connected how?
Do you really think Labrys was stolen? The general seemed to want to make us suffer rather than eliminate us. Would a thief wish for that? Or draw in unrelated high school students?
I see. That General Teddy's actions do seem in line with what Labrys wants. He actually may in fact be Labrys.
It's possible that Labrys regained consciousness much earlier and escaped when she was being transported.
Can't deny that possibility right now. But there's something else I do know.
Mitsuru, you're doing your brow furrowing thing again.
What? That doesn't matter right now.
You're overthinking things. All this conjecture and speculation will drive you nuts. Let's pick this up again once we defeat the enemy.
Mitsuru's always been like this. She imagines worst-case scenarios that haven't even happened yet, and burdens herself coming up with contingency plans based on them. Even though she doesn't necessarily stop moving forward, it certainly does weigh her down. Sometimes we need that hard-headedness, but there's a time and a place for it.
Ever think that maybe it's you who's underthinking things?
Anyway, there's no time to lose right now. You know where the enemy is, right?
Yes, I've traced its location. It should be nearby. I will leave the rest to you, Akihiko. Don't disappoint me, alright?
Mitsuru says those things, says those words. Her expression softens a bit. It seems that I've been able to reach her.
Of course not.
Mitsuru has grown as well. She's changed since that battle 3 years ago. Now that I think about it, a lot of time has passed since then. None of us remain standing in the past. We've all changed. I part ways with Mitsuru and hurry on ahead. According to Mitsuru's search, the enemy seems to be nearby. The enemy's waiting for their encounter with us as well. Well, that's one wish I won't mind granting at all. As I reach the top of the stairs, a loud noise punctuates the atmosphere. Is someone on a rampage with their persona? No, that's not it. It's the sort of sound that a massive object creates upon impact. I hear it again coming from the room ahead. There are no invisible walls that prevent me from making my way towards the sound. And I finally reach my destination.
Announcement room. Here we go.
The monitors and PA system must have been controlled from this room. I grab the door handle, but it won't open. This is different from the invisible walls. However, it's just an ordinary door. Sorry if there's a broadcast going on, but I'm going to have to punch my way in. FBI, open up! I smash through the door and enter the room.
Whoa! It's that red cape guy I saw earlier!
Everyone inside immediately wheels around to face me. There are two female students before me. One of them I recognize from the video, but the other is an unfamiliar face. It's my first time seeing her, but I immediately know who she is. She looks like a regular person, aside from all her mechanical parts. It's Labris. And General Teddy.
So it wasn't Labris after all.
Immediately, General Teddy, who's glaring at me, begins to change.
I am a shadow. The true self.
Another Labris.
Well, this is completely unexpected, and by expected, I mean totally expected. I can't even come up with a reason for why something like this would occur. Maybe this is another one of his illusions. No. If that were true, what I'm seeing would be a more direct assault on my inner thoughts. I start intervening and discard possible reasons for what's happening. Eventually, I just cast aside all my theories, take a deep breath and calm myself. What is my objective? I was summoned to retrieve Labris and to prevent any damage from spreading. It doesn't matter if there's 1, 2, or 21 of her. My initial objectives are unaffected, and I will give everything I have to complete my mission.
Fine. I'll just calm them both down.
I taunt both of them as they maliciously stare daggers at me.
Why did it have to be now? Who the hell are you?
We've come to take you in. Would it clear things up if I mention the name Kirijo?
One Labris looks at me and yells in rage, but the other one recoils in horror.
No! I'll never go back there!
Crud, she ran off.
Damn it! Get back here!
The other one dashes after the first one. I mainly try to pursue them, but
Hey, wait a second! Who are you?
the remaining girl in the green warm-up jacket stops me. If I recall correctly, she was the female student introduced as a carnivore in that commercial.
I need to go after them. You're better off forgetting what you just saw.
Wait! You can't just...
She appears to be uninjured, and I can't lose time dealing with her. I ignore her and book it after Labris.
right there, Buster!
That voice. She caught up to me, though I'm running at full sprint. She must be quite an exceptional athlete, but I can't drag her into this. This is my duty. Should I run even harder? That might cause me to redline my heart rate. That would deaden my legs for an upcoming fight. Or should I just convince her to leave? Unfortunately, it seems that both of those options have been taken off the table now. I wrap my fist where there is nothingness. Resistance. Another invisible wall. Looks like this is the enemy's way of buying time. Sure enough, the female student catches up to me. She confronts me as she tries to regain her breath.
You're gonna tell me what's going on!
So, she wants an explanation. There's no harm in telling her what's going on since she and her friends have already caught up in this mess. But there's no need for them to learn details about it. If they just return to the real world, they can get out of this mess while keeping relatively normal lives.
What good would that do you?
What?
I'm here on a certain mission. You could even call it a duty. My resolution is nothing like yours, based on curiosity.
A duty?
I hit the invisible wall.
That ridiculous Grand Prix is still going on.
What? Wait, you mean...
The girl hurriedly reaches around at the space behind her. As I expected, her hand hits the invisible wall as well. That wall didn't exist when I first passed through that area.
We're trapped. So, like, do we...
That's what you get for coming after me so recklessly. The rule that one opponent must be defeated is still in effect.
She may be a girl and a student, but I don't intend to go easy on anyone as long as I have a mission to complete. I unleashed the aura that instantly silenced so-called tough guys all around the world. I was hoping that she would quickly back down before I had to go this far. But even though my aura would dampen the girl's resolve a bit, she didn't even take a step back.
Alright, I accept.
Huh. Why are you willing to go to such lengths to catch up to Labris?
I don't know why. I just know that she was in pain. I don't know if my reasons are better or worse than yours, but I can't turn my back on her.
The foolish words of a child. There's a fire in her eyes that makes up for her lack of reason. She's much better company than stupid people who insist in blabbering on. She's definitely piqued my interest a bit.
All right. To answer your question, what you saw was the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris. She was given a heart so she could use a persona.
A weapon? Then she really is a robot. But she's so cute. And she even sounds like a normal girl.
She has a perplexed look on her face. Even though she's already seen those mechanical arms and legs, it must be hard to believe that a robot could be that lifelike.
Oh, so that's what her lost memories were about. And since she has a heart, she has a shadow too.
She has a shadow? Do you mean the thing where there's 2 of her?
The girl does her best to explain the structure of the TV world to me. The world inside the TV apparently mirrors the feelings of those who enter it, and its appearances changes accordingly. She tells me that this fake school was most likely created for Miss President's Labris' physique. Well, psyche, derp. She also explains that the repressed inner thoughts within oneself separate inside the TV world to become a shadow, and that those shadows try to kill their originators and replace them.
I get it now. The mastermind behind all this isn't Labris, but her shadow.
I think that's it anyway, but I wonder what's with this tournament. What could she have wished for to make this happen?
I have some suspicions about that. Labris may have been forced to do some inhumane things while she was in development. Her original circumstances may be related to the setup of this Grand Prix.
The girl goes pale upon hearing my words. Such a tale would be unimaginable for those living ordinary lives.
Then, this tournament is a reenactment of what Labris went through in her past?
Even Mitsuru doesn't know that for sure. If there's anyone who can claim to, it would be Labris herself.
That's all I can tell you. If you still want to search for her, you'll have to defeat me to move on. What'll it be?
The girl swallows her tongue for a moment, but it isn't because of fear or hesitation. I could tell from the look in her eyes. She's made up her mind.
If Labris wished to make us go through what she went through, that means she wanted to be understood. She wanted someone to save her.
That's just your guess, though.
But if it's possible I'm right, then I can't abandon her. That's why I won't go back until I've saved her. Her heart is worth fighting for.
Save, huh? Her eyes tell me that she completely believes what she's saying.
What's your name? Mine's Akihiko Sanada.
I'm Chie Satonaka, a third year at Yasogami High.
I like the fire in your eyes. Then let's fight and see whose passion comes out on top.
Alrighty, it's now time for Akihiko to fight Chie. Aye.
Finally!
Alrighty, bring it on, Chie. I'm ready for ya. And you know what? I'm actually gonna make this fight go out for a little longer just because we haven't seen much of Akihiko's abilities or anything, so I might as well show off some of his attacks and everything. Dang it. It's actually been a little bit since I played as him, so that's sad, oh well. Anyway, just gonna go in with Caesar. Back up a little bit. Nope, I should have just attacked. Come on. Okay, ow. Dang it. Got her. Sweet. Dang it. Please, Chie, stop! Oh, dang it. Gosh, that one attack does so much damage. My gosh. Anyway. Got her, and get into the port, or get into the earth, Chie. There we go.